Hi there, this is Roy, the makeup artist. So I just finished my interview with Miss Wendy Lindo today. So I'm excited. I'm so proud that I did this interview because right when I went to the door, super grateful kasi they're so hospitable, very accommodating, and talagang you guys, I am ecstatic. That's the right word. Ecstatic and grateful that I did this episode with her. So you guys can catch it live tonight at 6 p.m. But don't forget to tune in and support her every Wednesday on her Wendy Lindo show in Facebook, 6 p.m. So thank you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Wendy Lindo Show, where you will meet people that are inspirational, courageous, and people that change lives. So, for today's guest, I have an amazing guest. He came all the way from San Francisco. He's a celebrity makeup artist. He has 10 years of expertise in the beauty world, and his portfolio clients such as Donita Rose, Betamayo, Rufa May Quintos, LJ Moreno, and more. So let me please welcome the one, the only Roy Santos.
Hi everyone, this is Roy, the makeup artist. Thank you so much for having me today, Miss Wendy.
Well, thank you so much for coming here. I know your schedule is pretty booked. You have a lot of people that you've been meeting, and I'm so excited for you to be here. Thank you so much.
I'm excited to be here as well.
So now, Roy, I know you have a 10 years experience in the makeup and beauty, but my TWLS viewers wanted to know, who is Roy Santos? Take us to your journey, how you started in the business.
Oh, sounds good. So I started doing makeup for 10 years. So I started doing it because as a teenager, I suffered from horrible acne. So I used to get bullied. So there's one time that I would never forget when I was in senior in high school. Before Christmas break, I was eating at the food court, and there's this three bullies that actually came in the food court and they handed me a gift. And I was like, I gave it the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, okay, cool. So once I open it, it's clear as cell benzoyl peroxide, and they started laughing. So at that time, I felt so horrible. I started crying. And because I know my self confidence is super low. So I promised myself after that incident, I would go to an expert. What I did is I saw a dermatologist. And after that, I went to beauty counters. So I would ask the clinique lady tips and tricks, and on how to conceal, how to perfect your makeup, how to use the right foundation. And long story short, I perfected my craft and I actually started doing my makeup. My mom and my sister were so loyal to me. They started to be my guinea pigs. So I used to started doing their makeup, and then it started from being okay, but it started to excel on very high editorial, and and I'll be forever thankful for them because they started my journey with them, and I feel they helped me mold to a makeup artist that I am now. And I promised myself too, I wanted to be a voice out there for people who got bullied and for people who actually are suffering, because sometimes we use so much filters, but I want to make sure that they know how to take care of their skin. They know what to wear with the right foundation. I want people to come up to me and be like, Roy, because of you, I never gave up.
That's great. That's a great story. But how old were you when that happened? When you got bullied? What age were you?
I was 13.
13.
Mm-hmm.
So that incident that pushes you to become the best makeup artist right now.
Yeah, and I felt it helped me make sure that I take care of myself. It made me open my eyes that I have to take care of myself, because I always tell my clients nowadays, no matter how expensive your foundation is, if you don't really take care of your skin, the foundation would not cooperate with you. So having a good regimen will make everything perfect.
So the one that inspire you is the bullying, right? So no person that really inspire you doing that, but it started from you. and you just keep on growing, and that motivates you to become the best, right? But
Definitely.
right now, my question is, why would people wear makeup?
I would say like, like with makeup, like it helps them like feel better. And I feel like too, like it just brings out the diva in them, like
I
I
love
always
that.
tell people like less is more when it comes to makeup. Let your natural beauty shines through, like it's just, if you're having a bad day, put on a red lipstick, I promise you, it'll help make you feel better about yourself.
That is right. Because the beauty actually is the one internally that shines through. So now you said that your philosophy is it less is more?
Yes, that's one of my philosophy, but my greatest philosophy is I always tell people makeup is not just about brushes, colors of eyeshadow. It's about evoking emotion. It's about telling a story without even saying a word.
That is right. So if I'm going to ask you, give me a tip. What would be a great look for a morning event versus the evening event? What would you put on my face for the morning event? Like if I have like a wedding or like a party, a cocktail party, what would you give advice to our viewers today?
So when it comes to day and night, I always tell people when I sit them down, before I do their makeup, I ask them questions. It's really crucial for me to ask the right enough of question. So like I always tell myself, smarter, not hard. Like work smarter, not harder. I always remind myself that, because when you do, like it helps you, like like make a better makeup artist, and like asking questions, like for daytime, for example, right? Like, hey Wendy, like like what's your skin type like? Because it's gonna matter for your foundation on your skin type. If I use a foundation that is for oily skin and you're dry, it's like oil and water. It's not gonna match, So asking questions, and what would you like me to do for you? Like, like how is your smoky eyes? Because sometimes with client, their smoky eyes is different when what they really want. So when I sit them down, I was like, I want some dark smoky eyes, and I'll show them picture. They were like, oh no, I want them light. So that's why it's really crucial when you ask those questions so you don't run behind. So when it comes to daytime, like like I would say tinted moisturizer, cheek and lip tint, and like mascara, and call it a day. Because at the end of the day, like it's so harsh. Lighting outside are so harsh that when you put so much, it'll be this thick. And we don't want that.
That is right.
For nighttime though,
Hmm.
that's when you can be like, oh my God, I'm gonna be fierce.
Yes.
So smoky eyes, like, but the important things is like balance, the right of balance. If I'm doing all smoky eyes on my eyes, I'm gonna do a nude lip. Because you don't want to overdo it. That's the thing I tell my client. Don't overdo it. Edit. Like when it comes to makeup, it's all about editing. So like, so when I tell people, which one would you want to focus? Lips or eyes? We can do smoky eyes, but we're gonna tone it down when it comes to lips. You want to do bold lipstick, by all means, but we're gonna do something subtle on the eyes. So yeah, it's about balance.
Oh, I love that. Well, actually, when I we started this, um, our show, I asked you a question, right? Like, I wanted to look just so natural, and I asked you, "Is my lipstick okay?" Right? And you said you kind of like put red lipstick, so it's gonna pop. So that's what I like about you. So what you're saying is, it still depends on the client's likes. It's not about how you want to do it. Like right now, you've been working with celebrities. And I know that you started 10 years ago. And how did you meet all these celebrities like Rufa May, which I love her, all of her movies, and then Donita Rose. So how were you able to actually got your first break?
How did I make it all happen? You
Yes.
guys will find out. So, so okay. So I've been working for Sephora for 5 years. So I've met my first celebrity there, which is Rufa Quinto. So this is in December, late January. So she was shopping at Sephora. So I was working, and I squinted my eyes. I was like, wait a second, is that Rufa Quinto? And I came up to her. I'm like, wait, si Rufa ka ba? And she was like,
Galing, ah.
yeah, she was like, yes, and
Oh.
yeah. And then ever since then, we hit it off. Like, I love her. Like, the thing about her is what you see is what you get. So she's very genuine, very true to herself, and she knows her brand and she knows it very well. That's why she's very successful. So ever since then, she took me under her wing. So I've been I've been doing her gigs, when like 2 weeks after we met, we went to Newport.
Wow,
Yeah.
amazing.
Agad-agad, di ba?
Talaga?
Yeah, so when it comes to it, I literally went to Newport after that. So, yeah, so
But she already have nice skin. She's flawless. So what kind of how do you put on the her makeup? Is it that she likes more of the less is more, or she wants more of like the fierce looking? Because I've been seeing her right now. She's more like the simple type of makeup. So yeah.
well, what I like about her is she's very versatile. So when it comes to photo shoot, when we do photo shoot, we can do the fierceness all we want. But on natural days, like she just want tinted moisturizer. And but the greatest thing too that I always tell my client is like they ask me a question too, with all the celebrities that you do, like what's the biggest challenge that you encounter? I always say like no matter how flawless their skin is, if you don't put the right shade of foundation, you can literally see the line of demarcation, and that's a huge no-no. Because you can see that it's I always say it's like a floating head.
Yes.
If it's white or like if it's dark, it's floating. So that's the only thing that I always am keen about is finding the right true shade, because when you put them on camera or if you put them in daylight, it's seamless.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So what I like about you, Roy, they not only being your client, they're now your friends. They become your family because I can see you on Facebook or IG. You hang out with them. Like last night when you called me, you were with LJ Moreno. Hi, LJ.
Hi, Mama.
And last night too, you were Donita Rose, right? So let me say hi to Donita as well. So what are these celebrities like about you? Like they really love you, not only because you make them beautiful. What's in it for them? Like giving you those attention.
I would say like what they told me is I'm very genuine, as they can feel that I'm very passionate on what I do, and they can feel that this is what I want. Like this is not a want for me, this is a need. I need to be a makeup artist. I that's they can see it. It radiates through me. And sabi ko nga na parang for me kasi is what you see is what you get.
Yes.
So I'm very bubbly, but I'm that off and on cam. Kaya talagang, ayun na gusto nila ako ng ganun.
Oh, look at that. Look at those
Aww,
like
gaganda yan.
painting the canvas, right? They're all beautiful. And not only because they're celebrities, but you also work with yung pangmasa, di ba?
Mm-hmm.
And then my question is, are you planning to have any class, a master class, like coach people, especially on the COVID era? Everyone now is on Zoom, and not everyone really have an event to go to. So any coaching, mentoring, or opening up a master class?
That's actually one of my dream. I wanted to be an advocate. As a makeup artist, I am the bus driver. I advocate them because I always tell my client, I'm not going to be there every time that I'm going to be with you. I may do your makeup fierce this time, but I want to make sure you take something in this appointment. I want to make sure you learn something. So when it comes to like doing your own makeup, you can morph what Roy told you.
Yes.
So that would be a dream for me, is to have my own show, because I wanted, like what I mentioned, I wanted to be a voice out there. I wanted to be relatable. I wanted to show clients what a daily gal should wear, or because if I have my own show, I would have a category. Like when it comes to it, like I'm gonna have for one episode, I'm gonna have for acne prone skin,
Yes.
for mature skin, for dry skin, because I wanted to make sure that I emphasize the light, that there's so many out there. There's so many skin concerns that needed to be addressed. And as a makeup artist, that is my job. And I feel like it would be so mandatory for me to have that platform to show the world that you could do it. I'll help you. I'll be your teacher, you.
I love that.
Yeah, so parang alam mo yun, parang talagang kaya nila, kasi I want them to feel na without me they can still do it with my teaching abilities and
That is
stuff.
right. And I love about I love you doing that. Like right now, let's say you're on YouTube and you're giving tips to just a normal person like me, and I don't know how to put on makeup. Like earlier, you asked me who does your makeup, and I would always tell people I do it, not unless there's a available makeup artist. So, what are the tips that you can give your viewers that are watching right now, like for dry skin, oily skin, and a combination?
I would say, like for dry skin, making sure that you use the right amount of moisturizer, which is a cream base, because dry skin people need that moisture. And if you're just putting a gel cream, it's not going to be enough. So for oily skin myself, for years, girl, like feeling ko, I've been using mattifying powder, mattifying foundation, mattifying moisturizer. And what I feel like throughout the day, I look so cracky and dry. I'm like, oh my God, pangit. So what I didn't know is like I have to make sure use the right amount of moisturizer to combat the oiliness, so my skin inside won't be like, I need to reduce oil, I need to reduce oil, so it's really important for them to narrow down and ask expert. Like I always tell people, ask away when you're in my seat. Ask away. There's no there's no stupid questions for me. Like I want to make sure I educate you, because it's gonna matter, and especially for mature skin too, like finding the right moisturizer, finding the right foundation, it's crucial.
That is right. Because for me, I owe my thoughts, right? If I buy an expensive, like let's say Chanel, Dior, and
La Mer.
La Mer, so people are thinking that that works. And you said it's not about the price or the brand. Sometimes just not the cheap ones, the affordable ones can also do great or do right. So what can you tell about that? How can they find the right foundation and the right makeup for the people?
By asking expert like us, that's why we're here in the beauty industry, to help them create that. It took me 10 years to actually find my own shade. I mix 3 colors because for me, I'm my worst critic. I need to be perfect, because as a makeup artist, you have to be an example. You have to be a
Yes.
role model. But you have to make sure that you have to be relatable. Because I want to be that makeup artist na parang, I'm not afraid to ask him question, because I want to be like pangmasa, di ba? Yung parang syempre, I want them to be like, oh, ask away, girl. I'm going to be your girlfriend, Because when it comes to appointments, I want them to be my girlfriend, like I want them to be my good Judy. So, like answering your questions is like just being like asking the questions and stuff will help you along the way, and don't be shy to it.
Nice. You know what? Now I already know why LJ Moreno, Donita Rose Rufame loves you. It's because he's so humble. Pangmasa po talaga siya.
Pangmadlang people.
Sobrang social niya. Pero when he came here this morning, he's like, girl, let's go. And then you're not afraid like to really ask questions, and that's what I like about you. And thank you for really coming here, diba? So now I did a research on the beauty industry. It's a 360, we're talking about global. It's a $360 billion industry, and it says that it's going to be around 400 plus $1 billion in 2027. So now you're already here. You're already doing the makeup artist. Are you planning to also be like Kylie Jenner, just opening up your own skin line?
First, I would like to have my show first, to put my foot in the water and be an advocate. And then afterward, with all my expertise and experience, of course, I would love my own makeup, because until now, there's certain products that I feel like they should have better things, so for like acne prone skin, or for like Asian people, I need more, for my experience, parang may kulang pe. So
May kulang pa.
yeah, so for me, I can help that kulang with my experience, ayun, dream ko talaga. So first is have my show, and second is eventually, hopefully, have my own cosmetic line, kasi parang full circle moment,
That is right.
I want to make sure that I am because this is the job that I truly want. Talagang I go to sleep happy and I wake up happy, and I feel like, and that's when I realized I'm in the right profession.
That's your passion talaga, because you do great when you love what you're doing, right?
Mm-mm.
So I think we should add that you also wanted to add your courses.
Yeah, like when it comes to course,
Educating, yeah.
yeah. Because see, like what I mentioned, like when in courses is we can actually like, have segments na
Yes.
specifically targeting concerns like skin types, kasi so people with COVID, like what you mentioned earlier, everyone in Zoom. And the biggest like question I always get is how do I look good in Zoom? Like, paano ba maging plakado sa
Oo
Zoom
nga.
meetings,
Oo.
That actually a good segment to based on,
Mm.
kasi everyone is so digital nowadays. Like, I feel like when it comes to it, they have to prepare, like, to look good. And if you're having a conference and stuff, and like, dry skin, mature skin, oily skin, and you name it, So we'll make it happen, you guys. Stay tuned.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait for that, your course. So,
Mm-mm.
what are the tips that you can give? Just give me like three things that a must have. Like, let's say for me,
Mm-mm.
must have that, well, let's talk about you first. The must have that you always bring with you. So, yes.
My tried and trusted is of course lipstick kasi I love to eat. That's the thing about me is just I love boba. So I always told you nga, di ba boba
We're
tayo
gonna have
mamaya mama.
boba, yes.
I love to eat. So I feel like with lipstick, you have to reapply. And so I always do that. When I take pictures and stuff, you have to make sure na parang syempre maganda pa rin yung lipstick. So that's one. Second, I would just put oil blotter sheet. Because for me, what I've noticed throughout the year is the more you put on powder, the more cakey it looks.
Yes.
So, because as an oily, acne-prone skin, I've learned throughout the years that I feel like I just should blot because the makeup itself is good. So throughout the like day, you just blot to take off any excess oil. So that's my second must-have product. The third is I just would just put like an eye drops. My eyes get so dry, so I know it's not makeup related, but I want to make sure like that's
You
the
have
three
it.
things that you I have on my pouch, like blotting sheet, lipstick, and like a eye drops.
I have a question. Do you also use sunscreen
Yes.
before? I think that's the most important thing too, right? To
Oh,
put.
definitely. Because
Like
I
especially with our lights, it's harmful to
yeah,
our
and I feel
skin.
like too, and it comes down to using the right sunscreen for your skin type.
For this skin
Yeah,
type.
because a lot of people don't know. Like, I'm just gonna use this.
Yes.
There's cream based, like there's gel based. There's like for acne prone skin, for mature skin. Again, narrowing it down to your own skin type. It always go back on how your skin type is.
Got it.
Whether it's skincare, makeup. That's for my experience. You have to cater it and narrow it down to your own skin type, not what your other friend like. Because I always get this in my appointment. My friend liked this foundation. She told me to use it, and I looked at her. I was like, "You're oily." Like like,
Yeah.
the thing about me that you would learn is I'm very frank. I am very honest when it comes to my client because I want them to come back and be like, "Di naman ako niloko nito eh." Yung ganon.
Yeah,
Kasi I
that's
want
true.
them to feel like they can trust me because that's where you realize they're gonna come back.
Yes.
So there's client that were like, "Oh, my friend told me to use this," and I was like, "No, girl, like that's not gonna be. It will be good for her, but it will be not good
True.
for you."
Yeah. Yeah. So now, Roy, that's a great tip. And then, who is your biggest influence right now in your life?
My biggest influence in my life is my mom. Like, I wanted to like take this time to say thank you to her. Like, as I'm so busy. I don't like my parents. Like, there are my truly biggest inspiration and influence because growing up, they never like said no to me. Like, I know I'm different, but they love that. And I feel like they told me to just be myself all the time. And like, there's actually one, like one instances or experience that I would never forget. I think 5 or 4. We're having a meeting at school, and like we have to look nice. So like because I went to a private school, so the teacher advised us to dress up. So my mom took me to a department store. So I would never forget. I remember it so vividly that it was color coordinated. So there's blue, black, pink, purple, and of course sa pink ako pumunta. So like without hesitation, she bought it.
Wow.
She bought it, and she bought it with pride. And like and as a kid, I never actually forgotten that, and it still is with me until now. Like and I would remember like she would sit still, and I was like, I need to practice makeup, and like without hesitation, no matter how busy she is, she would sit down, not complain, and just like just closed her eyes and she said, "You could do it."
Wow.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm getting teary because I've always like, like I'm a mama's boy and I felt like, like I love her to death and I would be always forever grateful because like, like she helped me from who I am. Talagang ever since she's my number one fan. Yeah.
Wow. Can we say hi to your mom?
Yung tissue
No,
nga.
like I
Hindi,
wanted
charot,
to.
yeah.
Like, can you want to say hi to your mom? Just give a shout out to
Hi,
her.
Mom.
What's her name?
Rosanna.
Hi, Mama Rosanna. Roy's here with me today.
Hey, Mom. Yeah, pero talaga, and even my dad too, like growing up, like he's always been so supportive of what I do. And like, and in my sister too, like all of them, like I'm lucky enough na as a gay person, I have that support system because
Yes.
like not everyone
So
has
hard,
them.
yes.
Yeah, not everyone has them. And growing up, I just felt so honored and I felt so blessed na like they held me, like they held my hand and they made me a better person. And growing up, my mom always tell me that, like you get bullied, it's okay. But at the end of the day, don't forget how different you are, what your quirks, how you
Yes.
speak. Because at the end of the day, that's what people would love you.
Yes.
That's what people would remember you. So to all the kids out there, make sure to be yourself. No matter how you're getting bullied or not, just be yourself. Like F what everyone thinks.
Yes.
Just be you because no one is you and that is your power.
Yes.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Well, that's great to hear because not everyone is accepted, right? And you have a great support, and that is your mom and probably your family too. And Mom Rosanna, thank you for having Roy with
Yeah.
me today. So now, Roy, let's talk about. Do you also wanted to say hi to any of your friends right now before I move forward with the next question?
Segment.
Medyo ano ka muna? Segment. So
No, but for me,
yes.
I just want to say hi to all my followers, to all my friends, like I'm not gonna name baka kasi ang tagal eh, di ba? You guys know who you
okay.
guys are, Pero thank you guys for like, like being with my side, like never leaving my side, and thank you for helping Roy be Roy. Like, kasi mga friends ko, I'm so grateful enough that they love me from who I am. And I picked the right circle. Like, like it's all
Yes.
about inner circle nowadays on who you keep in your circle na girl. Hindi po pwede yan. Yung mga ganon. Kasi
Oh,
for
yeah.
me, my friends are so frank with me like too. They tell it how it is. And I like that because I want to improve. I want to improve myself. Like, even even with makeup, like, being in 10 years, I can say that I still need learning.
Yes.
Yeah, because I have to be open because like trend is so like, it's always trending.
Evolving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
evolving. And I feel like as a makeup artist, even though I've been doing it for a decade, I still am accepting like learning
To
about
learn
yeah.
more, yes, of course.
Kasi parang ang daming mga bago palagi. So, kailangan trendy para
Yes, yes.
di ba? Parang gano'n naman, mama.
Tama yan. So now, Roy, you're very fortunate to work with all the celebrities. Sino pa ba yung parang pinapangarap mong makatrabaho? Let's talk about local, yung Filipino celebrities, and then let's talk about on the bigger scale, which is international. Sino yung gusto mo na parang pinapangarap mo na I wanted to do, be a makeup artist of that person?
Or-
Yes.
I would say Pia Wurtzbach. Miss Universe 2015 Philippines.
Alright.
Di ba? Mga ganon. Pero for me, not only that because she's beautiful,
Yes.
her advocacy for HIV awareness speaks to me. Because as a gay person, I love that when people like that have that. Because she has a bigger platform, whether we
Yes.
admit it or not.
Yes.
She's using it very well. Not only she's beautiful, she has a kind heart. Di ba? Yung answer niya, yung beautiful with a heart.
With a heart,
Keme,
yes,
di ba?
yes.
So I think I'll be fortunate. I will be very honored to do her makeup because I want her, because I represent as a gay man. I like that advocacy too. So like, for me, I like to choose people like good people. Like,
Yes.
so dream ko talaga yan si Pia. So
I want to tell you something. Her other advocacy is also cyberbullying.
oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh.
She's when she won 2018 Miss Universe. That's what was it 2018?
15.
2015. That's one of her advocate. Like HIV and then the cyberbullying because she got bullied too when she was young.
That everyone did, and I feel like,
Yes.
so that's why I'm here.
That's her platform. Yeah, that's why I have this platform to to have a voice. Like you.
Yeah, because I
Yes.
feel like everyone has a story, and I feel like
Yes.
it's your choice to tell it or not.
Yeah,
So
should be
that's what.
shared.
Yeah, so that's why I'm so bold enough to say that, hey, I had acne, I have horrible acne before, and I'm okay with that. Like I've found a skincare so to help me out, so it's really good because I feel like I wanted to be real. The thing about me is I need to be as authentic as possible
Yes.
because that's how people would remember me. Mas
Yes.
lalo ako magugustuhan kasi kung ano ko,
Totoo.
yeah,
Totoo.
mama.
Yes. What about international? Sino yung pinapangarap mong makatrabaho?
Ikaw.
International.
Di ba?
Ganon.
Di
Thank you,
ba?
Roy.
Hindi, for me,
Rain check today.
all jokes aside, I would say Angelina Jolie, mama.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's also one.
Na again, like for me, I view it as their advocacy. So for her,
Yes.
not only ang ganda niya, she
Okay.
helps out with UNICEF
Yes,
and everything.
UNICEF,
Yeah, so
yes.
she,
Adopt
tsaka mga
kids,
refugee.
yes.
Tsaka
Yes.
now, and it shows that even though she has so many kids, she's still a working mom.
Yes.
And so I love that. I love a strong mom because for me
Yes.
growing up, my mom had 3 jobs. So she is a wonder mom for me. So I aspired to be her because she growing up, she showed us that if you work hard, you can get whatever you want.
Yes.
So then that got instilled in my brain. Now I have to work hard for what I want. Not everything's gonna be handed to you.
Yes, it's not.
No.
Yes. You have to work really hard. Like you, before you got your first break, you need to work for the last 10 years to be where you at right now.
Yeah, and I always tell people too, if you love what you do, keep going, girl.
Yes.
One day, all you need is just one celebrity or one influencer to help you skyrocket.
And then it just go
Yeah.
like,
So Mama
Correction.
Peachy, thank you. So yeah, thank you so much, Rufa. Talagang she opened a lot of doors and she helped me know a lot of powerful and influencing people. Like my photographer, Sir Vinny, he's really good. He shot all the celebrities too. So and then he is amazing. So I'm again coming back is I'm very thankful that I have a good inner circle with me that are very strong, independent people. Because for me, I'm still young and I
Yes.
still need all the learning or mga, so yeah, kasi kailangan ko pa rin because I need to be a sponge because I need to sink it all in because
Yes.
I need to be a better individual I always tell myself I need to be a better person, so yeah.
I love that. So now we're talking about women, right? Pia and then Angelina. Let's talk about the men. Who do you want to, work with? Like local and international.
Oh, so local, I would say Papa P.
Oh,
Yeah,
Piolo
so
Pascual?
yeah, of course.
Ooh.
Because I feel he embodies the man. Talagang, yeah, he never, he never ages,
Yeah.
I don't know if he's sleeping in a capsule or if he sleeps
Maybe,
this, yeah.
yeah.
Pero honestly though, I would be honored to do his makeup, or to even touch up a lip balm. Kahit lip balm lang para
Lip balm,
masabi,
just to
diba? Yeah.
get there, yeah. And what about international?
Ooh, I would say Daniel Craig is good.
Oh, I like,
Yeah.
I like it.
Because he embodies the right man, that manly one, you know?
Yes. Who's his wife? It's the Victoria's Secret, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Siya na yun.
Yeah, I think so. So I told you we're gonna have a great time today. But my last question is, I think I still have two. My last, my
Last two,
last
okay.
two is where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Ooh, that's actually a good question. So in the next 5 years, hopefully I have my own line
All
for
right.
cosmetics
Yes.
and still teaching. Because for me, I've always wanted to teach. Like what I mentioned, I wanted to be an advocate to everyone out there with all my experience. I wanted to make sure that I actually teach because there's always going to be new people. There's always going to be new dilemmas that needed to be faced or needed to be executed, So yeah, so hopefully have my own show and have my cosmetic line and, my mom will be the logo of it,
All right, I like that. You really love your mom. Hi, mom. So the last question is, what is your favorite quote?
Ooh, my favorite quote is self-confidence is a superpower. So once you start being authentic and being you, magic starts happening.
All right, I love
Diba?
that.
Mga ganon.
By the way, before we end, Roy has 59,000 followers on IG, right? I
Yeah.
love that. How did you ever, started getting all those followers? Now I don't have two more. I think I have two more questions.
So by the
Because you
help,
have that,
yeah.
I saw that on IG. You got like 59 plus thousand followers. So
Yeah.
how did you grow your
My
IG?
followers and stuff
Yes.
by the help with all the people out there. So like like with my celebrity friends, like whenever we do photo shoots and everything, I like they help me enough to post it on their social media, and next thing you know, their fans started following me. So that's why I'll be forever grateful with all of them, especially Rufa May, LJ Moreno, Donita Rose, like Mads, lahat-lahat. Kasi when I do like their makeup, they're nice enough to put me on their platform when
Yes.
all of them have like a million followers, all of them have so much. So that's how I started to grow my followers, and then I'm so thankful enough that I got featured in Philippine Star newspaper, and then I got featured in Manila Bulletin,
And the
which
magazine too. The
yeah,
new one.
so
I saw that.
yeah,
Yes.
so there's two. Thank you so much for everyone. So Max Health, June
Max
2000.
Health, yes.
Yeah, so let me tell you about the Max Health.
Sure,
So
sure.
for the June 2021 issue, I was fortunate na I got to pitch in the idea on what I want. So I picked three different eras. So I picked the 1950s, which is the flapper. Sorry, that's the 1920s, and then 50s is classic like Audrey Hepburn, and 80s fun, Madonna, colorful. So because I wanted to show versatility, because at the end of the day, I just can't be known as a Filipino makeup artist. I wanted to be a multicultural makeup artist, which are very like I could do any skin tone, like because I wanted to be known as that multicultural makeup artist. So like I wanted to showcase my talent. So I was fortunate na I did a 20s look, 50s look, and 80s. So my viewers can see the versatility on my art. Yeah, because I always say makeup is all about there's no rules with makeup, you guys. So just do whatever. And I felt like, just trust yourself. Because when you don't trust yourself, that's when you second guess yourself.
That is right. I tried smoky eye, but it just didn't look good on me. But thank you for everything, Roy. I hope this will not be the last, and I want you to be my friend as well.
Of course.
And looking forward to meet all your celebrity friends as well. Thank you so much. Is there anything that you would like to share the TWLS viewers, like where they can reach you? I know you have different platforms, social media platforms.
Of course. So my main one, you guys can reach me at Roy the Makeup Artist. That's Roy with an I. So that's my main things, Instagram. So, but I just want to say, I want to take this time to say thank you for you guys to having us in this show. Like I will be forever grateful. And I just want to say like thank you to the people that love me. So my mom, my boyfriend, like my boyfriend is so supportive. Like I just wanted to give this time to say hi to Jorge. So
Hi, Jorge.
yeah. Di ba love wins, mama?
I know.
So talagang yung
Very
kasi
supportive.
super supportive. He sees the best in me, and I feel like we actually balance each other out. I'm more like crazy and he's more
He's a
like
quiet.
Yeah, so at the end of the day too, I'm fortunate enough to find someone like cuz like everyone nowadays is yeah, talagang super fortunate. So and then I want to say hi to my mom, my dad, and my sister, and my dog Brady. And the last thing is I just want to say thank you to Abby Skincare Clinic. So Sir Dom and Miss Abby and FMMS Med Spa, because that's where I go. So like it's in Union City. So siya yung nagpapaganda sa akin.
Oh, maybe we can also invite her if she's in the
yeah.
area, and she can also promote on my other show. So thank you again, and hi again, Jorge, and thank you to everyone that tuned in for today's show. So magkita-kita po tayo on our next episode on the Wendy Lindo Show.